You know that feeling when a TV show ends on a massive cliffhanger and you're left with a bunch of unanswered questions for months because new seasons take forever to make these days? You just feel totally exposed with no idea what might happen next. Well, that's kind of what's happening with your personal information right now. Companies called data brokers are selling your phone number, address, and online habits all without your consent. They're making billions of dollars selling it to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And even though they're legally required to remove your info if you ask, they make the process so confusing. It's like another one of those frustrating cliffhangers, leaving you with no idea of what to do next. Thankfully, today's sponsor, Aura, has you covered. Aura automatically finds where your data is being sold online and gets it removed. Plus, you get dark web alerts, real-time fraud monitoring, a secure VPN for safer streaming, a password manager, and so much more, all in one app. I mean, who wants their personal info to be part of a plot they have no control over? Not me. Don't let your privacy be a cliffhanger. Try Aura free for 14 days at aura.com/TVSins. That's AURA.com/TVSins. Now back to the video.
Sure, it's cute setting your opening montage as the theme from Cheers, but do the lyrics actually reflect how either Beths are feeling? There must be a song out there that represents the feeling of ennui brought about by the parental abandonment of your mad scientist father. I mean, Radiohead, am I right? Engaging your cloaking device after you've breached the room and triggered all the bad guys.
Would one of you mind making me a quick sandwich? You know, theme park food gives me interesting stools.
Jerry dismissing an opportunity to have any part of him finally be interesting.
All right, fine. But nobody wants to see a Beth's adventure.
Rick comments on what the writers know the viewers don't want to see before the writers force the viewers to watch it anyway, as if that makes it all okay. Cliché.
Why are we miserable? It's not Jerry.
Space Beth dumped her Jerry a long time ago, but I'm surprised that Earth Beth is so quick to discount the possibility that Jerry might play a part in her misery. I blame all kinds of things on Jerry every day. Really helps me sleep at night.
Why do you have a de-aging machine? When I'm bringing in bounties, I change them into kids. This car fits 10 kids if you pack them right.
At this point, Rick gets a pass for the whole always having an incredibly plot-specific gadget that does whatever the the writers needed to do thing. But this scientific diplomatic immunity that I so graciously grant to Rick until I don't is cheapened when the less interesting characters can suddenly do it too.
Wait, will my clothes be super huge or? Oh, no. Technology this advanced is indistinguishable from magic.
Not being brave enough to look directly into the camera and say, "Shut up, TVSins, we're doing this."
Get ready. Earthworld is a mess. No creative consistency.
While it's true that Earthworld sounds like a terrible theme park, all the rides Rick describes and we eventually see are both ill-conceived and dangerous, which, like it or not, is creatively consistent.
Looks like they've just got a regular gap.
Morty points out this gap as evidence that this is a totally faithful recreation of Earth, but totally misses the street vendor selling jewelry made from human teeth.
I think that's John Legend.
Maybe they picked John Legend because his name implies he's really important.
If that's the logic behind which celebrities are in the park, where's Kevin Bacon? It wouldn't be necessary for patrons to ask about the park perks if this sign spelled them out instead of just consisting of a bunch of blue lines. Also, another episode and another example of too many alien signs being in complete English. What kind of an experience requires you to be fluent in a different language to understand what's going on? Other than Avatar, of course. Kids.
Oh, that bathroom was a ride too? I had my pants down and everything.
Allowing theme park patrons to ride rides without pants. Every fiber of my being as a human tells me that the head was not the originally intended body part for this technology. Also, Steven Seagard here must be thinking, well, these are the exact people I saw a couple of seconds ago, and I definitely saw them with their regular-sized heads, but now that their heads are huge, I'm forced to assume they work here. Under Siege 2 is so underrated. I'm forced to assume weeks have passed since all this started, considering the Beths have managed to build an entire cardboard fort around the house, a fence mural, a live-action How to Train Your Dragon remake, and treehouse home entertainment system in no time at all, with a box of scraps.
Hey, yo, check this out. Awesome. No adult is getting inside. Also, don't sit on that chair. The cushion is knives.
The fact that only one of these 10-year-old psychopaths grew up to be a rampaging murder machine actually speaks volumes for Rick's parenting skills.
I'm guessing one of you is Beth from next door, and one of you is her clone, but you're both little girls now? Not that strange given what I've seen.
Jean, for reasons unknowable, hasn't moved out of this neighborhood or planet.
I love your tooth-filled big hole and the other less used holes on your face.
I don't know anything about this alien girl species, but she appears to have the same face holes, tooth-filled and otherwise, as Morty. And while you might argue that she doesn't have nose holes, I'd counter-argue that that is a quirk of animation since Morty also does not have nose holes. And before you counter my counter, maybe we should both find something better to do with our time.
At least Jerry got hurt.
Well, somehow every decision I've ever made has led to this.
You mean led to a situation where you scream after being stabbed in the ankle but are completely unaware of your entire hand being charcoaled? Also, it is damn near impossible to get a perfect char like this on the outside and fall away from the bone meat on the inside. Either the show's taking some comedic liberties here, or my advanced degree in Looney Tunes violence isn't worth the Acme branded paper it's printed on. Why does the teddy have guts? And if it actually happened in the show, I want the season number, episode title, and a timestamp emailed to you think I'm actually going to read this at ding.com. Okay, if Plate-Face Beth came from outside to confront Wolf Mask Beth, who was hiding under the bed, when did Plate-Face Beth have time to rig this paint trap? And if Wolf Mask Beth set it up, how is she dumb enough to end up directly underneath it? Infuriatingly, Rick replaces Gene's hand, but decides his ankles must have been a pre-existing condition not covered under his Ricksurance plan.
God damn it! I cloned you to fix this, not make you twice as annoying.
Thinking that two children would somehow not be twice as annoying as one.
You're on a boat ride when suddenly you take a detour to a waterfall, and now you're in a pirate's den, forced to suck dick to stay alive.
The pitch for Disney's live-action remake of The Pirates of the Caribbean somehow makes it into the episode.
Take it all!
A literal caricature of Danny DeVito gobbling up an alien caricature voiced by Danny DeVito. Some sin removals are just easier than the others.
How old should we make him? As old as it'll go.
Assuming any of Rick's flesh would have survived a further 3 centuries. The man should look like a de-skinned Terminator right now.
Get up, or we'll leave you here, just like you left us.
Much like Rick did with your childhood, I'm gonna skip.
It's perfect. The only thing that could make this better is if something was on fire.
Michael Bay.
Put on Rory.
Summer spends far too much time forcing Morty to wear the head of a Culkin, also that 2 seconds later it can be discarded as they escape in a space car. The shit I have to read.
There's no room! Oh, it's so wet in here.
Title of my text tape? Dedicating any amount of your time and effort to telling people everything you think is wrong with a piece of content. In this ending montage, the Beths go to bed, wake up, go about their day job, meet up to rebuild and repaint Gene's house, and then enjoy a sunset with a glass of wine in their newly built treehouse. So why, in all that time, are none of them worried about where the Morty, Summer, and Jerry are? At the very least, you'd think Rick would want his definitely not a sex thing head-enlarging neck bands returned.
I'm blind! Spice froze my eyes!
If this journey home took as long as the episode suggests, none of you should be alive enough to complain about this. But hey, you guys get super scienced big heads, and just like the saying goes, technology that advanced is indistinguishable from bullshit.
Hi, I'm being home invaded, and it's by a small home. There's a small home that's home invading my home.
Ending the episode with post-credit voicemail synopses of multiple Rick and Morty episodes that would have been better than the one we just watched.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Dr. Dogballs, the man!
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
Hot cocoa with extra marshmallows. Hope you got room for extra marshmallows.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
Someone help me! I'm still alive, only I'm very badly burned.
The tenants arrive in the entrance hall here, are carried along the corridor on a conveyor belt in extreme comfort and past murals depicting Mediterranean scenes towards the rotating knives.
Hungry for meat. Eat meat.
Which one of these talented entertainers who I am not attracted to at all?
Hello?
Sterling? Sterling, listen very...
Voicemail. You know what to do.